January in the Lake District, and we're about to cross the deservedly popular Striding Edge after a good fall of snow. This route is always delightful, but often crowded, which is why I'm about to show you a sneaky alternative to the main route up. However, this time the most spectacular experience was not the ridge itself. Keep watching to see some astounding weather over the summit of Helvellyn, one of the 4 highest mountains in England.
The usual regular start up Helvellyn. A dilemma of which way to go, either Greenside Mine or Gillside Farm. It's leaving the Gillside Farm.
Of course, we've now got the dilemma, haven't we, which way to go. We go up that path there, which isn't a path all the way up, which obviously runs out and you end up sort of grabbing the bracken, but you do get the advantage of appearing on the top of that summit while everyone's toiled up the other way. Plus we might defer putting the crampons on a bit longer, because it won't be iced.
The most popular route to Striding Edge from Glenridding is usually a sheet of ice in winter caused by the passage of hundreds of boots.
Scrambling up the front. Find a way up through there.
Our route is very steep at times, but the scrambling should never be difficult, provided that care is taken to avoid the crags. Our own rule is never to ascend anything which cannot easily be descended.
You keep finding on this route, it's just these little ramps or little cuts backwards and forwards. And it looks sort of improbable from the road. It's not.
This is going to look a bit scrambled, and that's because I'm grabbing hold of the heather. It's not the easiest way up, but it's quite satisfying. No path, 1 or 2 icy rocks, but I reckon if you'd gone the other way, you'd have had crampons on by now. Oh, look at the sun. And on up there.
If we get up here, we might do some time lapse. Find a spot, the cloud's moving brilliantly.
Aside from the solitude, there is another great reason to take the route to Birkhouse Moor before joining the main path, and that's the sudden and tremendous view that it affords when you first arrive at the summit.
I do like this peak.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful alternative, isn't it?
It is.
Striding Edge in the distance. There's Rays. We've just come up over there. And there's Dave having a boot faff.
Notice here that I'm using my walking poles to cross the ridge. I was asked at the time whether this was making the crossing easier. The answer is no. I was using them to stabilise myself against the strong wind, but the poles do get in the way when hands are needed. I've also found on many occasions when crossing Striding Edge in winter that the ridge is quite often dry or covered in soft snow, which is why we chose not to use crampons. But wherever there is ice, crampons are the safest choice. If in doubt, always wear spikes. My advice on this part of the route, which is commonly considered to be the crux, is to face into the rock to make the descent easier. Take your time and watch your feet as well as your hands. That way you get to look much more elegant than I do here.
Down, just give out the wind in search of the sun. Whether or not we're going to find the sun, I don't know. I'll promise of it ahead. Let's see. A moment ago I said we're in search of the sun. There it is. Just dropped off the old man of Helvellyn, and we've just dropped out the cloud. And we've got some woo! Sunshine! Hey!
As the cloud cleared, we turned back to look at Helvellyn to see a giant wall of moving cloud rolling over the summit and spilling down to the col below. It looked like a giant tidal wave in cloud form, and we were near enough to feel the sensation that it was about to engulf us and sweep us away with it.
Whoa, look at that cloud rolling into there! That is amazing! Whoa! Hey! That is incredible! back round. There's the sun setting. What a day. What a day.
Beer, fish and chips and a lot of sun and windburn. What a day. I hope you've enjoyed this. If so, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, just take your pick from the channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you all soon.